Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
What's going on, folks? It is time again for another Tuesday night race day. ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series is here today from Sebring International Raceway. Man, what an odd road course to be at. But I'll tell you what, we are smack in the middle of our same state showdown between Homestead, Sebring, and then Daytona next week. And right now, going to be a lot of fun trying to figure out this very tricky and old racing surface of Sebring. Right now, we're wrapping up open qualifying. Thurston is on the pole, 6 in P2. Barroso in third spot. Didn't want to go through the 20 minutes of open qualifying. It can be pretty tedious and pretty, I don't know, borderline boring for a lot of the viewers. So, according to the feedback we've gotten. So, hey, we're going to get right to the race here in just a minute. 75 minutes here. The Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring about to be underway. No cautions, just 75 minutes of straight racing action here from this very, very hard track. If we can, I want to dial up Frankie Barroso. I don't think he's on track right now. Let's see if we can bring him up. Obviously, last week, if you weren't here, if you're not a part of the announcements, we unfortunately had basically a disqualification penalty last week from the racing from Homestead. So Adam Garza was not awarded the win. Frankie Barroso, who finished in P2, was declared the winner in the post-race. Let's see if we can bring him up real quick. Frankie Barroso, we're going to bring you in real quick if you have time. Frankie Barroso. All right, maybe not. Maybe not. Frankie, you got a copy? Okay, I guess not. I guess we're not going to have enough time to talk to Frankie. Maybe, hey, did his qualifying lap right? You know, right now sitting third on the grid. Just didn't have enough time. Maybe taking a quick bathroom break. Grab a adult Capri Sun. I don't know, doing all of his things, but it's all good. We'll talk to him a different time. But Frankie Barroso was the winner of last week's race at Homestead. So right now, we're going to get down trackside for the grid. So on the pole today, James Thurston got the fast lap. See if we can find out where they are here. There we go. So James Thurston on the pole today. Very, very quick lap. Brandon Six going to be in P2. Third spot, Frankie Barroso, not currently on the track just yet, but we'll give him time to do so. Michael Johnson, P4. There we go. Van Drugman, very fast car today in practice. Definitely expect him to be up front as well. Adam Garza, there he is in P6. He'll be given the EOL penalty again for an infraction from last week. Change lane violation. He'll be going to the back. John Hagan, P7 right there. Jacob Weist in P8. Andrew Phipps going to be rolling off P9. Tim Robb in 10th place. Look at that. 8th and 9th for Apollo Motorsports. They impressed big time back in Le Mans. I expect them to do the same thing today. Brandon Billy, P11. Devin Smecker in P12. 13th place, Max Brady. Brandon Fetter plays P14. Anderson rolling out 15th place. Crawford in 16th. Mark Whitley, P17. Ethan Delaire, there he is right there in 18th spot. William Robbins in 19th. Joseph Milley in P20. 21st down back, Thomas Meek, Scott Gasorn, Will Doe. Josh Larson, who I think actually corrected his issues with his internet. After the race last week, we kind of went through a couple things and we're like, man, what's going on with your internet and connectivity and things like that? Maybe he has some CPU issues that he seems like he might have fixed. So hopefully we see a good non-blinky race for him today. That'd be pretty sweet. Daryl Young, 25th place. Christian Angel, Matthew Fleming, Trevor Zelazny in 28th. Ryan Sharp, James Kaufman in P30. Rounding up the field, Austin Halsey, and then Julio Villalobos. That's the field, folks. That's going to be all 32 cars today. Big crowd for a pretty rough riding track today. We always like to change it up here in SRA. And one of those things that we do typically lately is just the unique road courses, right? Man, all these Cup Series, they can do, Watkins Glen and Sonoma, Road America even, which we are going to go to later on in the season in the playoffs. But it's just nice and it's kind of fun to bring us to different tracks around the world. And these iconic tracks, Le Mans earlier this season, obviously today in Sebring. If you're an IMSA fan, you definitely know this track, the Sebring 12-hour race, endurance race. But a lot of fun, definitely unique, extremely bumpy track, old surface here at Sebring. So going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go green here, and then that's it. There's no planned cautions, no guarantees. Race details today, 75-minute long race. It's a timed race today. Stages will be at 25 minutes and 50 minutes. So once the 25-minute mark hits, that's when stage points are awarded. No stages come out, no yellows come out, but points are awarded every third of this race. Going to be a lot of fun. That BMW safety car pulling around right now on the back stretch. 20-minute open qualifying determined this. Top front of the pack right here. Expect a lot of chaos at the beginning. No mistakes. The bumps here are treacherous. The curbing is really, really bad. You really have to race the racetrack here. Like any place else, race the racetrack. I can promise you the winner of this race will be quick, but they'll also be cautious enough to not make the mistakes. Who can make the least mistakes today, but also remain fast, right? No issues on speeding on pit road, getting off pit road. Getting off pit road is kind of unique here. A little bit misleading where you're supposed to exit, but hey, they had plenty of practice to figure that out. Every aspect can matter here. But Thurston on the pole today gets that one playoff point. Looking really good right now, the leader of the points. One race to go after Sebring here. Daytona next week. We'll find out the top 12 locked into the playoffs before our wild card event to figure out the last four for the round of 16. We're going to come down the last backstretch here. About to go green. Hey, I know these guys We always laugh internally. Man, oh, Steve, why are we going to these crazy road courses? Hey, you know why? Because they're fun, they're different, and we have 30 plus drivers here. Granted, not all 30 are going to finish. I've got a funny feeling, but we're going to find out all together. Cannot wait to get this thing going. The Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring about to be underway here for another electric Tuesday night on race day for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series. Here we go. I am fired up. Huge road course guy myself. And Thurston, Brandon 6, gonna fire it away here on the front row. Who can get the whole shot? Green flag is out. Just about. Here we go. Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring, and we are green. You gotta be so careful coming down turn 1. Nice and tight corner. Gotta go a lot more left than you think you do. Who can stack it up? Amazing restart so far in the back of the pack. Everyone's doing well. Super, super tight right here. This is gonna be the crux of it all. Can we all get through the first couple of corners? Incredibly tight all the way through these first couple of corners. And so far, everyone's making it through. They all know. Watch that corner, Brendan Fetter Place. Oh man, big wreck right there. Will Doe and Fetter Place involved. But we keep it going. Track is not blocked. We stay green. Right here, the hairpin turn. Extremely difficult. Man, they make it tough right here in IMSA, right? GT3s and GTPs coming across those prototypes in that hard hairpin. 32 next-gen cars just made it through right there pretty effortlessly. That speaks a lot to these drivers here today. James Thurston leads the way right now, currently in P1, 6 in Barroso. Second and third, Van Drugmond already has made his way past Johnson for a top 5. So, hey, the races are on right now. Minimal mistakes. Do what you can to hold on to it. Back at the field, still looking pretty good. Ryan Sharp here into the grass a little bit. Got to be careful. Incidents are turned off for this race, so they can go off track as many times as they want. Typically it's a 30 incident limit. But hey, we understand the difficulty of a track like this. You don't want to abuse those track limits, as the sim will give you a slowdown penalty. Oh, who's that? Is that Christian Angel? It is. Ryan Sharp as well. Around Angel goes. Sharp, the same thing in different areas. Bumper tag right there to Fleming. Angel going to get himself back around. No damage, really. Maybe some back end damage on the left, but not too bad. Can definitely get going with that. So far, so good right now. We're going to jump on board here in just a minute. We're going to go Hosky hot lap, but we'll give it just a little bit of time here to let it breathe. We want to show you how this track works and operates in this right here. John Hagan, Brandon Bowie fighting alongside right here for P7. Zelazny around too. Innocent spin around here. Gonna have, oh, right behind him, Villalobos. You gotta be careful. These braking zones are not easy. Scott Gassorn back there as well. Everyone's just going for it right now. The back of the field, we expect it to be pretty rough, right? But that's what can happen at a crazy road course like this. 1 hour, 11 minutes to go. Mealy right here in that Moneta machine. Getting word that he just spun up maybe. I see some right front damage. Not a whole lot though. Should be okay. Adam Garza, his teammate, man, love this throwback paint scheme, by the way. Looking so good. I know it's a throwback. I saw it on X. I don't have the exact information as to what it is. If anybody in the chat can let me know, I'd love to spread the information. I saw this thing, man. It's so good looking. Love that look. But Garza on the way back already from the EOL up to P17 already. So our boy here is definitely on the move. I mean, I know, hey, while we're here, right? Hate to see, you know, that win, his first win of the season in his career for ASRA, get taken away last week. But unfortunately, the rule book is the rule book, and penalties do happen, right? You see it in the real world too, where wins get stripped away and have to make it happen. But it's not good Hate to see it, but that win's coming for sure. It is going to happen. Up front, Thurston still maintains the lead, and I expected him to definitely put on a clinic today. He is extremely fast. We know him to be arguably the best road course driver we have as far as full-time drivers. Very, very good at these tracks, really all around. But man, his talent really just kind of shows off at these road courses. He's doing it right now. Brandon 6 not too far back as well in P2. Barroso, third spot. Van Drugmans in P4. Josh Larson might have gone around right there. Yes, he did. Around Sunset corner right there. Tough corner. Super bumpy. James Thurston, though, man, on a heater. Let's go right on board real quick. James Thurston. Get a really good look here. Right now, this is about halfway through the lap, and you can really see. We're going to sit here for a minute, and you'll see exactly what he's going through. Just got to be so careful throughout this track. It's just so bumpy. Right here especially. Can't get onto these curbs. They're really, really high for the most part. Off throttle time is significant. Downshifting. Can ride these curbs a little bit, but you really can't. The first probably quarter of the track, you really can't get onto the bumps. It's extremely difficult in that tight section in Sector 1. Fastest part of the track right here, typically down this long Sunset Straight. Hard braking zone here. And these cars, you have to start braking before the braking markers on the left side. Nice sweeping corner. You can just see how bumpy it is, man. It's crazy bumpy. Thurston's making it really easy to look at, as right now he starts a new lap. Watch this corner right here. Nice and sweeping. Got to get real close to the inside wall if you can. Right there at the apex. Makes it happen. And then this is what I was talking about. This tight couple of first corners right here. These curbs are a lot bumpier and protrude a lot more than the ones behind them. Nice and tight section right here. Gets it back down on the throttle. You got to be so careful too on throttle. You can't just mash it. You can't go from 0 to 100. You have to really kind of, just really be careful on that throttle right here. Hairpin corner, very, very tight. Make that car rotate. He does. Thurston looking really, really good right now. Early into this Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring. Impressive stuff for Thurston. Right now up front, about a 3-second lead. Drugman not too far back as well. This really the second on back. They're pretty close. Second through about 6th right here. Nice and close in that time. Brady looking pretty good here in P7. Qualified 6 positions back of this, so has gained a lot already. Biggest gainer of the race so far is actually right now Ryan Sharp, up 12 spots from where he qualified 18th. So he's already up his way here. Not too bad. Looked pretty good. Oh no, Brandon 6. Oh, went around here. This is P2. Went around right before the Sunset Strip here. Let's take a look. Race day replay comes around here. Maybe on the bumper. Oh no, took it too hard. And then kind of beached it right there on the rumble strip. That's what we were talking about, folks. You can't go on that. It's just so difficult. So 6 right now goes down to P6. Just like that. Frankie Barroso up to P2. Thurston going to have a bigger lead now. About 4.5 seconds to Frankie Barroso. So far, unfortunate for Brandon 6. Came in P2 at Le Mans. Last road course we went to. Maximized his points there too. Mark Whitley. Jacob Weiss right now looking pretty good. P12th and 13th. A couple of spots lost here for Weiss, but Mark Whitley's up by 5 spots. By the way, big shout out to Mark Whitley. Take a look at this car, man. Jawa on the ride today. Not sure if this is new news or breaking news or whatnot, but hey, has them on the car today, and I think we'll have them on the car for future races. So really cool to see this partnership working out well today. Jawa, good looking car and a really cool website. It's kind of like an eBay for PC parts and things like that. So I've used them before, man. It's pretty cool to see something like this come into the sim. So good stuff from Mark Whitley today in Harpoon Design Racing. Another big name jumping on to the team. James Kaufman, I'm getting word, maybe just got spun around there. Yeah, same spot Brandon 6, I believe, just happened. Let's just take a look real quick. We'll show you all the replays if we can. We don't want to take away too much of the race, but if a big wreck happens, we're going to show you. Let's take a look real quick. James Kaufman just spins around right here. Easy to do. Got to be careful there in the braking zones. So far, so good. Van Drugman just right now getting through past Frankie Barroso side by side here, actually. Really close racing. Van Drugman did not waste any time right there. Passed him pretty easily. Right now on the front stretch. Excuse me. And that is for P2. So Frankie Barroso, Johnson, and Bowie. 3 Bowie Esport teammates all fighting right here for third spot. All looking pretty even right now, too. So you've got to be careful here. Almost an hour left in this race. Again, 75 minutes, straight green flag racing. Thurston, for the most part, has checked out. 5.5 seconds now to Drugman. Drugman looked very, very quick in practice. I expect him to maybe catch him. I feel like Drugman was maybe even faster than Thurston. I think he just has to kind of get into a groove, right? So we will see how this works out. Josh Larson getting word. Yes, he does. Spins around here. That spot right there is pretty popular. A lot of guys are turning around in that area. Got to be careful for that. Christian Angel again looks like maybe just went off as well. Right now in the back. Holding it. Oh, John Hagen actually in 32nd spot. Oh, a big hit right there. 32nd. That's huge damage from John Hagen. I'll try and see if we can find out what happened to John Hagen. We didn't get an alert for that when it happened. Usually I try and get as many as I can. We'll go back a little bit and find out what happened to John Hagen. All right, here we go. I think this is what it was about half a lap ago. Oh my God. Oh no. Just overcooked it. We'll get one more look. It just, yeah, too hard into the braking zone. That's all that was. Way too hard. And then creamed himself on the inside wall. Had nowhere to go. Man, big hit. Unfortunate. That'll end John Hagen's day right now. Contender for sure. This season's championship. 3 wins on the season. Unfortunately today it's not going to be a 4th one, as he's going to be out of this race. Front pack looking pretty good. Brandon 6, not too far back in P6. Again, he had that spin out issue a little earlier on. Trying to rebound still. Max Brady a little bit further back right here, about 17 seconds away from P6. So a huge gap in between them. Thomas Meeks going around right now, it sounds like. Has some right side damage. A lot of these guys just have to limp around to get through right now. This is one of those tracks, one of those situations where I feel like you just have to kind of just race the racetrack, right? We said last time at Le Mans, you know, Jacob Weiss was my example, right? I mean, he just made it work for himself. He got around, he was careful, did his thing, raced the racetrack, was slow if he needed to be, and came home with the top five. So really, really impressive for Weiss. Right now he's in 13th spot, getting passed by Garza, and Garza's definitely on a tear right now in 12th. Oh, here we go. So this paint scheme Thank you, Brian, in the chat. This paint scheme right here by Adam Garza. It is it pays homage to Ken Miles in Lloyd Ruby's 12 Hours of Sebring victory in March of 1966 with the Ford GT40 X1. So very, very cool throwback right here. And hey, I'm a sucker for bright red like that. And nice and simple. Has the 8 ball on the side, man, looking really, really sharp. Love it. Good stuff. I love a throwback. We love a throwback anytime. I mean, I like throwbacks during the throwback race, but I also like throwbacks for the hell of it. And that's a good one right there for sure. Garza though in P11, so making his way through pretty well. Oh no, Devin Smecker, I think might have just wrecked a little earlier as we were talking about him. Let's take a look real quick. His teammate Smecker. It says he crashed. Maybe it's not, but we'll just make sure and find out if it's anything or not. Ooh, yeah, just same thing as 6. Goes around there, but spins the opposite way. No harm, no foul, though. No damage to that car, which is nice. People keep it going. Mark Whitley now, I'm being told. Oh, no. Let's take a look. He dropped a law. He's in 16th now. Oh, the bump. Went over the bumps the wrong way. Spun it around. Actually didn't lose too many spots. Going to get his spot back here. Kept it going. And heartbreak right there. You know this is a tough track when you see these elite drivers having issues, right? Nobody said this was going to be an easy race. It can happen, though. Brandon Evans in the chat from Premier Setup Shop. What's up, Brandon? This track is extremely punishing for the bumps. The build process made it a challenge. The fastest guys are surely on edge, and I should be commended for their performance. Okay. Agree. Agree. I mean, yeah, we've seen, I mean, you know, I look at, you know, just from experience, right? I mean, Brandon 6, you know, Mark Whitley, I know is extremely good at these road courses, right? And they're struggling, you know, they're having some issues. And, but they're still making it work. Oh, Daryl, hold on to her. Off into the grass and into the beach. Bring some suntan lotion over there, Daryl. Getting pretty close. Oh no, Van Drugman around on the front stretch right there at the start finish line. Decided to tow it. What happened there? He was in P2. Oh no. Van Drugman. What happened? Came across right here. He got into, oh no, he got into the tire barrier on the outside wall. That definitely screwed his left front. Let's try and get an alternate angle. That's, oh man, it's heartbreaking. Let's get a better angle here if we can. Yeah, this might do it. We'll see. Yeah, it just went too wide right here. See, tries to go super wide to maximize the speed out of the corner and just clips the tire barrier. That definitely broke a tie rod or whatnot in that left front, especially that hard hit right there too. Man, that's a huge, huge mess right there. Not good. Van Drugman, another big player, big name out of this race, seemingly. Unfortunate. Happens just like that, folks. It can happen on a dime, right? We've seen issues already. John Hagen, Van Drugman, very, very fast guys, but it's just the little small, you know, details, mistakes that happen that can take you out. And Drugman, hey, we know how fast he is, man. He is so fast. Ovals too. It's just little inconsistencies that can happen. Meanwhile, man, Bowie Esports is putting on a show amongst themselves right here. P2 all the way to P5. 6 is catching up here for the most part, it looks like, but these guys looking really, really good. I don't know, though. Thurston is having himself one hell of a race. They're going to have to hope for, you know, a bad pit stop, an accident, or, you know, a mistake, right? Thurston, however, does not make many mistakes, but I will say, and he's gonna hate that I reminded him of this. Hey, Lamar, he made a mistake, right? He downshifted, you know, too early. and blew the engine. So, I mean, the mistakes can happen, right? But don't do that here. You've got a good race. You've got a good lead. 55 minutes away here. And we are getting down to it. Just about 5 minutes away as well from the end of stage 1. So again, if you're new to ASRA competition, what we do here is a little bit different. We do stages on road courses, but we do it in time intervals. So since the race itself is 75 minutes of a race, we just cut the race in stages of 3, right? So every third of the race is a points paying time where we pay the top 10 drivers those points. So that is what's going to happen in 5 laps, or I'm sorry, 5 minutes. We don't throw a caution, we just keep her going. Tim Robb looking pretty good right here as well in P8. Tell you what, these guys right now are making a good run. And I can tell Tim Robb, Jacob Wiest, you know, the teammates, they've been putting in a lot more time and effort, I feel like, into this season than any other. I mean, it's very obvious to me that, you know, Tim Robb especially, I mean, really even Jacob Wiest and how good he is in the points right now, you know, they have figured something out. And I know they really like the idea of no stages, right? They just stay green. It just seems to work for them. Their wheelhouse is green flag conditions. And in a case like this, right, this is a good example of really what I've always said about you know, green flag. Oh, no, who's that? Andrew Phipps. Somebody else, I believe, got involved as well. I couldn't quite tell. But Phipps got involved here, I think, with Brady as they're fighting pretty close. We'll get back to that story in a second. But Brady and Phipps right now. Phipps has some front end damage. We're going to make a pass right here. Perfect passing zone right here, but you cannot overshoot the braking zone. Not going to get it done right there, it looks like. Ooh, Brady almost lost it. And got to be so careful getting back on throttle. Trevor Zelazny, by the way, I am seeing him all over the place. Oh man, he is in by the media group in the cameras. Can he get out of there? Yeah, he can. It looks like he was just maybe waiting for it, but he is good and going to continue his race. Unfortunate. Again, the little mistakes can happen and can plague drivers. Always one of those cases here. Blaze Crawford, by the way, also doing really, really good. P9 right now for Blaze Crawford, our resident Coke Series driver. Doing pretty well, I believe I'm seeing, which is awesome. Good to see one of our boys doing their thing and making his way back to the front here. It looks like didn't start as best as he probably wanted to. Started P15, but right now looking pretty good in P9. So on his way up there for sure. Villalobos around right here in the same spot. This seems like Calamity Corner today. These last couple of corners before this long back straight. Very deceiving, that corner, especially the bumps. Not easy for sure. Two minutes left to go in stage 1 as, oh, Josh Larson's off right here quite a bit. Looks like he's deciding to race or not to be on the inside. Not sure if he's going to try and park it or get through, but maybe he wanted to rejoin safely. Okay, I applaud that. Josh Larson right now currently in 26th. Holding on to his ride today. Tim Robb up to P6, by the way, man. Making a good move right here. Robb on the way. Brady and Andrew Phipps just had maybe a moment because they were not that close. But here we are. John Hagan actually is back out on track. We thought he might have been out earlier on, but he is back on track, repaired all of his damage, and he is there. So right now in 32nd, in dead last. But hey, if a lot of these cars get out of the race, a lot can still happen. He can definitely earn some points. Not a bad idea at a track like this where it's really difficult, right? A lot of these guys having some struggles. They can find themselves in the back pretty quick. Devin Schmecker right here as well. Let's take a little ride on board Mr. Schmecker here today. from the cockpit. You can see him right now going over the corners, over the bumps. You got to be so careful. Those are really, really tricky. Powers it down. Doing pretty good so far. Right now in P12, which is pretty good. You know, all things considered, obviously about 30 seconds away from the leaders. But that can happen, right? This is one of those tracks and one of those situations where you just have to survive. And we've seen already, man, the leaders can wreck, can make mistakes, right? Just be that guy to not make a mistake today and be kind of fast. And you're going to be pretty good. You'll be a top 10 car, usually, in that case. William Robbins having an issue here. I thought I just saw there. Maybe not. Looking good right there. Austin Halsey. A moment right there involving Will Doe and Christian Angel right behind him. Will Doe making a move here on the inside lane, really the outside actually, into the hairpin corner. Going to blow it there a little bit. Halsey will get a good run on the inside, but not until Will Doe does it. Good stuff right there. By the way, stage one is over. As we were going through the field a bit there, Thurston is your winner for stage one. And we keep it going. The stage two. Will end in the next 24 minutes at this point. So yeah, we are on our way. So Thurston wins the pole, wins stage one. And right now doing his thing. By the way, folks, don't forget as well, this is also, as this is the same state showdown, if you're not familiar with that, basically right now we're in our third and last in-season tournament. And basically at the beginning of each race, you know, these drivers are facing each other head to head. So they'll be racing each other right now. And we'll follow up more with that next week, as 4 drivers next week will go for the same state showdown winner, championship, whatever you want to call it. Going for that extra couple of bucks and also a trophy. Big thanks to Sick Trophies, by the way. They came in today, our trophies from Sick Trophies, and man, they are incredible. Cannot wait to show that off. I'll make an X post later on, maybe even tomorrow, showing them off once I get some good pictures. But very, very cool stuff. And our champions and race winners will be a lot of very, very happy to see how they turned out. The same way as last season. Always good stuff around here. So right now, 47 minutes left to go here in the Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring. We're going to take a quick break and thank some sponsors, folks. We'll go race day non-stop, so you won't miss any action on track. Stick around.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight, rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back, folks, for now to the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series. And man, we're getting dicey already on track right there. Just saw, as we were thanking our sponsors, Max Brady and Adam Garza getting together right there. I'm not sure if that was just tough, close racing, but man, that was definitely unfortunate for Garza. Got spun around there and back down to P10 right now. So still in the top 10, but was fighting for a lot more there. Michael Johnson on pit road. So guess what? Green flag pit stops underway here in Sebring. Already coming down here. 4 tires and fuel. Maybe not actually. A lot of these guys sometimes don't take the fuel. The tires. A lot of the times we see these guys take no tires because, man, with this car, with this tire compound, they really don't need to. Sometimes it's nice to take maybe a set early on, but it really just kills your time. And we'll see what these guys decide to do. Garza comes down now, going to take his fuel, and then off he goes. Some guys might take 4 tires if they feel like it's going to be a lot more comfortable, right? But that is not always the case at tracks like this. Almost 3 wide here. Michael Johnson going to try and stuff it in here to Max Brady. Johnson just came down pit road, so he's going to be a bit faster and makes his way through. So good stuff right there. Thurston's still up front. Bowie has made his way past his teammates. Barroso in 6, and Johnson obviously came down pit road early as well. So definitely, teammates here, Bowie Esports, not coming down at the same time. Looks like everyone's on different strategies here. So I don't think we're going to see anybody come down and take or do a one-stopper. Here we go. James Thurston, the leader, comes down pit road now. Brendan Bowie, depending on when he passes that start-finish line, oh, no, he won't. He won't get that lap led, as he will charge by right there to continue on. But Thurston comes down pit road here. Expect to see fuel only, and off you go. Again, these cars with this compound just don't really need the tires. They last so well and hardly burn off, especially at a relatively short race like this. Only an hour and 15 minutes, really. So far, so good. Gonna keep it going. Brendan Bowie is the leader right now. As they see it, Andrew Phipps went around. Oh, no. Spun around here. Keeps it going. That particular part of the track seems to be the loosest. Very slick down there. Ethan Delaire maybe as well might have gone around. Some damage on that 99 machine. Keeping it going, though. Looking pretty good. Daryl Young down pit road. A lot of guys coming down pit road now. Brady, Crawford, Whitley. So 42 minutes remaining in this race. So that means we just went about 35 minutes. So they're definitely going to have to come down pit road again for a splash to top off this race. It's just a matter of, man, when do you do it? Early, late? All depends. But Crawford comes out right here. We see Fetter Place had an issue on lap 1. Seemed to bounce back pretty well for the most part. Ryan Sharp in P18 as well. He's taking right side tires. Interesting call here. Okay, so right side's going on the 79 machine. And he is off and running. So the top 3, Bowie, Barroso, and 6, all in the lead right now. Thurston did come down pit road, fuel only. So he is right now coming on to that long back straightaway here in just a minute. When does he take the lead over? We know Bowie, Barroso 6, have to come down pit road. Here we go. Teammates all coming down together at the same time. Stacking them 3 wide right here on pit road here in Sebring. Got to get into your pit box. There's Will Doe as well coming down. Cannot mess your pit box up. No speeding on entry, exit. Clean pit box entry as Thurston makes his way around already into turn one. That just shows how fast he is coming across the line right there. Lap traffic. Delay right here. A couple of drivers in the front as well. Tim Robb, Weiss, and Smecker all down pit road. All the same. A lot of these guys having to fight through the lappers right here into the grass. Delaire is. Couldn't quite tell who's in front of Bowie right now, but right here we go. Teammate still on pit road. Daryl Young. Into the grass, it looks like. Oh no, look at that crab walk right there. He is definitely toast. Daryl Young. Let's take a look real quick. What happened to Daryl Young? Oh man. Yeah, just way too hard braking zone, unfortunately. And that'll do it there, right there for Daryl Young. Not good. Jackson Anderson, pretty quiet race today for him. Right now in P14th. As James Kaufman into the wall right there on the inside. Keeps it going. So James Thurston is the leader still. Right now a 13-second lead over P2. And man, look at this mess right here. From second on back. Pretty wild stuff. Let's actually take a ride on board Brandon Six. He's right behind this whole mess and want to show you guys what it looks like to be in traffic. Oh man, Will Doe spins around right there. They keep it going. Right now, racing his teammate Michael Johnson on the inside is gonna let him go. Hard into that braking zone. You gotta be so careful to not spin. Look at the bumps right here. Super smooth on exit. And right there, good stuff. Brandon Six catching his teammates here. Oh boy, has to save it. Tried a little too hard right there, but hey, that's what this track can do. Everyone's fighting for every inch at this track. So by the way, all the while, Michael Johnson up to P5, right behind his teammates. So interesting thing here, Michael Johnson came in pit road before his teammates, but has found himself behind them after green flag stops are done. So interesting there, but still all lined up, second through fifth. Adam Garza, by the way, in P6 is absolutely flying right now on track. I expect him to maybe catch the leaders here before too long. John Hagan on the inside there. Again, multiple laps down, but right now Garza's 48 seconds back behind P5 of Michael Johnson. So obviously, got a long way to go, right, to catch up. But even after the EOL penalty, a P6 is a really solid job if he finishes in that spot right there. So solid effort for sure, as we just hit 37 minutes left to go in this race. A little bit past halfway right now. So stage two well underway here. 16 minutes to go until the end of stage two as we keep it rolling. So far, so good. 36 minutes to go here in the Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring. Teammates trying to catch the leader right now of James Thurston, but man, it's not really working out too well, right? 13 seconds lead right here for James Thurston. Just an absolute clinic. Getting the job done, looking very fast, trying to win his second race this season. Can he do it, right? Right now, looking like he can be. So far, a mistake-free race. Looking extremely good right now. So very, very good. We're going to take a quick break, folks. Actually, you know what? No, we're not. We're going to go race day, bring the noise. We'll give you a couple laps of the sights and sounds of Sebring. Huge thanks to Harpoon Design, by the way, for that Bring the Noise segment, or maybe in this case, the Sebring the Noise. Hold your applause, I know. Well, right now, 32 minutes to go right here in the race, the Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring. James Thurston up front still as well. Right now, about 13 seconds of a lead. Bowie, Barroso in 6. P2, 3, and 4. Bowie has actually gained some time here on his teammates. Frankie Barroso, Brandon 6 now fighting each other. Bowie has cleared about 2 or 3 seconds of a lead here on his teammates. So he has found something here late in this race as we're getting down to it. Sun is starting to set a little bit. We're not going to get nighttime, obviously, but it is going to be later on in the early evening that this race will kind of end by, as right now we're seeing 6 trying to make a pass here on Frankie. Looks like that will be the case for third spot. So third place goes to Brandon 6 here. Finished P2 at Le Mans last month, and right now we're going to be in P3 after an early wreck, by the way. He spun out earlier in right at the back side of the track, so not good, but he's here getting back to it. Still Michael Johnson P5. Garza again still in P6 right now, gaining his way back up to the front, 50 seconds back from the leader. So he's not as fast as Thurston, but he might be on par with second through fifth, so he is definitely catching up a little bit. Will there be enough time? We'll see. We're not sure, but making it happen either way. Tim Robb in P7, Jacob Wiest in P8. Teammates basically nose to tail here. Man, what a good run for these guys. Again, 7th and 8th right here. A top 10 run is really what they need right now. I mean, they're so close. They're within that top 12 to lock themselves into the playoffs, but this right here is just a good effort all around. 2 tough tracks, Le Mans and Sebring. You'll love to see it. Speaking of teammates, right here, Max Brady, Blaze Crawford as well. 2 cars, Flagship Motorsports, doing their thing, looking pretty good. I'd like to remind you too, earlier we went race day non-stop. We saw Brady, Crawford, and Garza all racing around each other, and Brady and Garza tangled. Garza got spun around right around here on track, and Garza ended up passing them and is quite a ways in front. So interesting how that can happen in such a quick time. Mark Whitley, oh no, Larson's in the grass right there, but taking the scenic route. Mark Whitley, excuse me, in P12, up 5 spots from where he started. Not doing too bad right here. Might be able to crack the top 10. Crawford and Brady aren't super far ahead, but definitely within range if they can get there. Anderson 13th, holding down the line right there. Smecker P14. Pretty solid day, not going to lie. Top 15 in these kind of races are very, very good. William Robbins. And then Fetter Place. I expected Fetter Place to have a better day today. He's usually really, really good at road courses. Can adapt to them pretty well. Today, though, not working out so far. He had that issue in turn 2. First lap. And got spun around, but was involved with that. But since then, kind of been hovering in that middle teen section right there, 15th, 16th. But here he is, not doing too bad still in P16. Has a chance to catch up on some drivers too, if he can get there. So not too bad. Top 17 drivers on the lead lap. Ryan Sharp trying to hold on to it, 2 minutes back. He's got Thurston right on his rear end in just a bit. Mealy in that Moneta machine. First car lap down, so hey, a long way to go. 28 minutes left to go in this race. We're getting real close to the end of stage 2 once more. About 3 minutes to go here for stage 2. James Thurston going to try and pull off the perfect game. I don't want to jinx it, right? But it could happen. Thurston able to win the pole, both stages, and the win. Looking like it can happen right now. 14.5 seconds lead. Doesn't seem like anybody can touch him. So looking really fast right here for that Murphy Esports number 6. Happy to see him up here right now. Looking good. Scott Casoran just went around, I think. going to come down pit road, it looks like, and maybe service that car. Has to come down right now. So everyone, by the way, interestingly enough, no one's doing what he's doing right here. The pit road is open. The fuel mileage, not the fuel mileage, but the fuel mileage is open. These drivers, they can all come down right now, take their fuel, and they'll be good to go for the end of the race. So when do they come down? As Frankie has fallen back quite a bit. He's in 5th right now. He was in 2nd at one point in this race. Doesn't seem like his long run speed is going to be where he wants it to be. As we quickly approach the end of stage 2, but he's definitely still in that area. Garza back again in P6. I get 32 seconds back, so some time to gain for sure for Garza, but a lot can happen. Smecker says he goes around. He does. Oh, no. Stops on track. I'm not sure what we're doing here. Not sure if he thought that was going to bring a caution out or not, but nope. Not on road courses. It doesn't. But keeps it going. Comes back on track. I don't think he got damaged there either, which is good. So he'll be good to go here. Good time to take your fuel, and then off you go. Thurston putting down Ryan Sharp a lap down, so he'll be the first car a lap down here. So far, so good. Big race today, folks. Hey, don't forget, by the way, today is also, it is the second race of the Same State Showdown, which we've covered, right? We'll talk a lot more about that next week as far as the finale for that race in Daytona. Man, not only the finale, by the way, for the Same State Showdown, but the finale for the regular season. Trying to find out who will be our locked-in 12 drivers, and also who will be the 8 drivers fighting for the last 4 spots in the wildcard race. Going to be a lot of fun deciding how that works out. So, 30 seconds left to go here before stage 2 ends. I want to talk about the Cardano Endurance Cup. We'll talk about that in just a minute once stage 2 ends, but it's also a very fun thing that's going on right now as well. This is the second race in that too, so a lot of cool things going on. So 10 seconds away here. James Thurston going to be coming around. Nobody around him to challenge it. We'll come back around for stage 2. So Thurston right there is going to be your stage 2 winner. With 25 minutes left to go in the Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring. Has to get around these lap traffic drivers. This is the thing too, right? As a leader, again, no mistakes. Keep your speed. You've got a big lead here, 15 seconds. You can kind of cruise in a way, right? Maintain the gap. But you got to be careful of those leaders too, right? Or the drivers going a lap down, right? Traffic. That could play a big role because maybe they make a mistake and then you're caught up into it. So you got to be super careful to not be involved. But so far, so good in this race. Rob Weist, Brady, and Andrew Phipps all getting... Oh, hold on. Brady slid through that hairpin corner. He'll make it work. So right now, 24 to go in this race. We're going to go one more time, folks, to ASRA nonstop. We'll go and thank some sponsors. We'll come right back. We'll talk about that Cardano Cup in just a minute. Stick around, folks.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like. Doggy bowl empty, Vegas full sleeping. Rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight. Rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back, folks. Thanks for joining us again on a Tuesday night here for ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series. And man, we are here again from Sebring International Raceway having a ball. 21 minutes to go here in this race. Pretty short race for a road course race. Typically our, Cup Series events and races go about 2 hours, give or take. But this race is only an hour and 15 minutes. So nice and quick for the most part. And we're getting down to it pretty fast right here. Thomas Meeks getting word. Maybe went around right here. John Hagen potentially back on pit road. Oh, man, not good at all. A lot of guys having some big issues today. Hagen, Meeks, James Kaufman, Daryl Young, Trevor Zelazny, Van Drugman as well off of on pit road. Oh, no, that was Anderson, I believe. Yes, it was. Went around right there. Was in about 12th spot. Right now still actually maintains 12th, it looks like, but the gap was so big behind him, he was able to maintain it. So no harm, no foul there, but 20 minutes to go as we wind down here from Sebring. One of those tracks that, hey, when we put it on the schedule, we really didn't know what was going to happen, right? We kind of expected, yeah, it's a bumpy track. It's it can be messy. It's hard even for IMSA, right? But we're like, you know what? We got to put on road courses that, one, are different, and two, can be a challenge, right? Who can overcome the challenge the most? And a track like this is difficult, right? You look at, what's hard on the oval side, right? You think about, oh, Larson, hold on, right in front of P2 and 3. 6 and Bowie got around him. Man, great job evading Larson, but that right there can happen, right? Drivers can get looped around right here, right in front of leaders, and can make a mess, but hey, it can happen to anybody. Sun is going down though, so track temperature should be a lot lower, which means more grip. Frankie Rosso in P5 has fallen back quite a bit right now. Looks like he's about 6 seconds back of his teammates in about second and third. So he's got some work to do here to maybe get a top 3. But working his way up for sure. Garza still in P6. Rob and Weist working well together, man. Right here, side by side. You can tell, again, I mentioned earlier, you can tell that they put in the time this week to make this happen. And I've said it time and time again, right? Back to my conversation a second ago, we put on difficult road courses because it's necessary. It's something fun, something different for a lot of these guys. You look at the oval side of racing, right? You think about Darlington, how tough that track is, right? Martinsville maybe, right? Rockingham, but on the road course side, not to compare the two, I guess, but Sebring is kind of in that ballpark of like super old surface, super hard track to get around, and you really have to race the racetrack. So it kind of checks off all of those boxes that you would maybe similarly do to like a Darlington or Rockingham, right? So it can happen. And right now, these guys are proving to be a pretty good race today so far. Thurston just checking out in P1 with a 16-second lead with 18 minutes left to go. Don't see anybody challenging him again unless there's a mistake. But today has been just flawless of a race so far. Thurston definitely on his way to a second win this season. Bowie, though, in P2, and Brandon 6, not too far back. Michael Johnson. And then Frankie Barroso. Bowie Esports always tends to be that road course team, right? If you think about, what team is best at a road course, definitely Bowie Esports, right? If I'm looking at a super speedway, I'm thinking Harpoon Design Racing, right? If I'm looking at 1.5 mile tracks, usually it's Flagship and guys like that, right? So Murphy, every team kind of has their best playbook, as we're seeing Thurston and Brendan Bowie all coming down at the same time here. Interesting call. So Michael Johnson might have led that lap there and get the one extra point, but Bowie and Thurston come down at the same time. This is going to be an interesting stop because you only need a splash of fuel here. You don't need it all. So how much fuel do you take? Bowie was in this pit box for maybe 2 seconds, and he is already off. It is that simple. No speeding. Get on and off pit road clean. Bowie right here has Ryan Sharp in the way. Got to be so careful here, and a couple more drivers in the back as well. Still all waiting to service their cars. We are getting down to it though, as Johnson fighting his teammate Brandon Six, trying to go for the lead here. Johnson has it for now. And here's the thing, I mean, man, did somebody save, a whole bunch of fuel to get to the end? I don't know, right? I think it's maybe possible, but they would have had to have been super slow. And the thing, unfortunately, about these road courses, as we see Mark Whitley come down pit road, is that you really can't play that game, right? You really can't just save fuel to save fuel, because then even if you save enough fuel, you still don't, that gap between you and the leader or the guy that you're trying to get in front of, it's still too big. So at a track like this, you really just have to go, be as fast as you can, create as big of a gap as you can, and then pit. That's usually the best way to go about it. 15 minutes to go here before the end of this race. Let's talk about the Cardano Endurance Cup. Right now we're at race 2 of that Cardano Endurance Cup, and basically it's the middle race of a 3-race road course championship, kind of an in-season tournament, I guess you can call it, but it's just for the road courses. We had Le Mans, and now we have Sebring. And then in the playoffs, we'll have, in the first round, Road America. So very familiar track for a lot of these guys. A lot more comfortable at a track like that. So we'll see them. And basically how that works is that all the full-time ASRA drivers, they just basically combine all their points they accumulated from these 3 road courses. And whoever has the most at the end will be the Cardano Endurance champion. And they'll get $100 as well as a nice trophy. Again, thank you to Sick Trophies for that, but also thank you to Cardano for supporting the league and putting on one hell of a tournament. So pretty cool stuff right here as Brandon Six comes back off of pit road, has to get around Sharp, and then, man, Mealy right here has to get around quick. Ooh, Six just drifted it around. He is telling Mealy and Sharp, get the hell out of the way. It's just one of those things. Desperate to get out in front. These road courses are just not easy to pass, and that's usually the case when it comes to this. James Thurston in 3rd spot right now, but keep in mind, Johnson and Broso have not come down pit road yet, so Thurston should be able to get the P1 back again, but just waiting on when Johnson and Frankie come down pit road, or do they? Or do they have enough fuel? Well, we will see. I don't think they do, right? But it all depends. 13 minutes left to go in the race. No, that is not 13 laps. For some reason, when it does that within 15 laps, it goes to that. Doesn't show the actual interval, so trust. It's 13 minutes. But Johnson up front, going to get a lap led here, which is nice. That'll be one more point towards his championship. And man, based off of his last couple of races, it's been pretty bad. He had some wheel issues, wheel disconnection issues last couple of races. Seems like that's fixed right now, which is really, really good to see. Right now, leading some laps and doing really well. Frankie Barroso has come down pit road, so he is the next one in. We expect, obviously, Johnson to come down at some point. Curious to know if Frankie had to come down right there. I'm surprised he didn't wait until maybe his teammate came down so that he could lead a lap as well and get that one extra point, but looks like that's not the case. But we keep trucking along here. Adam Garza down pit road as well in the throwback. Passes all those pit boxes. Oh lordy, that might be another penalty for the 8 machine. Gonna splash and go right there. Keep her going. Hey, sometimes race control doesn't catch everything. It is difficult at a road course, but man, the broadcasts, we have cameras everywhere. But we will see. Caught red-handed, no pun intended, on that number 8 machine. Cardano looking pretty good, but oof. Here we go, though. P6 right now for Adam. I'm sorry, wasn't P6. Going to get that back once a couple of drivers do come down pit road. Oh, Mark Whitley maybe crashed. I just heard. Let's take a look and see if that's correct or not. Take a look. Yeah, same exact spot we've seen issues in. Pretty much did the exact same thing 6 did earlier in the race. Keeps it going. Going to lose a couple spots, not many. Michael Johnson, here we go. Takes it from the lead. Will come down pit road. Thurston will remain. Take that lead back. Brandon Bowie going to pass his teammate there, Michael Johnson, for P2. So Bowie going to be solidly here in P2 next to Michael Johnson. Frankie Barroso not too far back either. And Brandon Six has fallen back a little bit too. He's here in P5, so not sure if he had some issues. We know he was being held up by Ryan Sharp. And I believe it was Mealy back then, so that could have cost him some time. But right now, Bowie Sport teammates definitely separated. But hey, green flag racing and pit stops can do that. Tim Robb, here he comes down right now as well. Teammate did not come down with him, interestingly enough. Josh Larson. Around again. Oh, lordy. And again. I would say he's trying to mow the grass, but it's just all asphalt there. He's trying to... I'm going to call him the groundskeeper from now on. All good. He's been spinning out a lot, but hey, that's part of the process, right? It's good to see, though. I believe his connection's been fixed. I haven't seen him blink at all or anything, and I know that's been kind of plaguing him for... quite a few races now. Looking pretty solid for Larson. Obviously, road course is not his strong suit, but able to continue. The car looks pretty decent, actually, which is pretty funny. Not a lot of damage there. Just a lot of worn out rubber. Better place on pit road from 13th spot. We'll give it up. Just a splash of fuel there. And we'll get it going. Robbins and Schmecker, I believe, are going to pass him here in just a second. That's going to be for a top 13, so there he goes. 8 minutes left to go here for the Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring. Man, James Thurston just put on an absolute masterclass today. Won both stages. Got the pole. Couple more laps to go here at this point. Laps are about 2 minutes long, so we're seeing about maybe 3 laps to go. Typically on road courses, he doesn't always like to throw the white flag once the sim recognizes that it is the last lap. So we're probably going to get just the checkered, but we'll know it when it happens. Right now, though, Thurston looking very good. Kaufman on the background there, going around. Kept it going. I just saw, I believe that was Mealy as well, came down pit road. Try and take a look. Never mind, no, that's not the case. So not bad right here. James Thurston, Bowie in P2. Michael Johnson in third spot. Frankie Barroso in P4. Brandon 6 in fifth. Jacob Wiest up to P6. Unbelievable job right there. Really good effort for him. Garza in the back, though, he lost a lot of time right there. I'm not sure if he had another issue. Or maybe it was slow on pit road. Couldn't quite tell, but he was in that sixth spot. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case here today. So Jacob Wiest, Garza, Brady in P8. Good run for him. Tim Robb, not too far back in P9. And then Blaze Crawford for P10. So a solid effort for these boys. Not bad today. Blaze Crawford basically a part-timer in this series right now, obviously with his Coke Series responsibilities. So coming out here, putting on a good time and getting some laps on a track that, hey, you probably don't ever race on. And something different for you, and good day today for him. Jackson Anderson, P11 after his bounce back. Spun out a little bit earlier on in the race, but maintained it up to P11. May be able to catch up to Blaze. He's not too far back. Really about, maybe he is about 20 seconds back to Blaze. So right now, maybe a solid P11 there for Anderson. Mark Willie going to try and catch him, though, for that P12. Jacob Wiest comes down pit road. Okay, so here it comes. This should be the last driver to come down pit road here. Don't expect anyone else to. So 5 minutes to go here. What a great job from Thurston. I mean, man, I'll tell you what, he came into this series last season as a sub. Came into Long Beach and won that race pretty handedly. Last road course we had, Le Mans, earlier this season, came in really, really fast. Unfortunately, had a big issue where he downshifted his car too much, it seemed like, and blew the engine, kind of double downshifted, unfortunately, and definitely overcooked it, killed his great race. Not sure that he had a run still. You know, Sean Conklin won that race and was crazy dominant, just like Thurston looks right now. But either way, Thurston coming in today, winning one race earlier already in the season. And then today, I mean, hey, 4 minutes away from winning his second race, looking extremely good. Came in today as the points leader for the Cup Series. Absolutely dominant right now. Hagan has looked pretty good. We've talked about him, right? 3 race wins. Good stuff so far, but not, you know, 4th or 5th in the point standings. Not really up there like Thurston is. Thurston has been the best driver on paper this season. And today, going to try and get that second win here. Just about a lap and a half away from getting it done. Everyone else, though, pretty much in line, right? Brandon Bowie, P2. Johnson, 3rd spot. Frankie Barroso, 4th. Brandon, 6th in P5. Looks like that's going to be how it ends for them. Garza are going to be in P6, gets around Wiest, obviously, because he had to come down pit road. So Wiest, a very, very solid P7 if it ends this way. Max Brady in P8. Tim Robb in 9th. And then Blaze Crawford in P10. So right now, the top 12 drivers on the lead lap. So Blaze in 10th. Anderson right there, 11th. And Mark Whitley in P12. So that is the lead drivers as Mark Whitley crosses the start-finish line right there in that Jawa machine. James Thurston just now comes into that last corner as well. So might not be enough time for Thurston to put down Whitley a lap down, but here we go. This right here should be 2 to go for the Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring. Thurston just absolutely gone. Extremely fast driver today, Brandon Bowie in P2. A lot of guys today. This is, and again, right, this is one of those tracks. I talk about Wiest, I talk about Tim Robb, you know, especially. You know, we saw it back in Le Mans, right? This is one of those tracks, it's easy points. If you're a driver who's, you know, maybe not, you know, maybe needs points, right? Maybe needs to get into the playoffs. These road courses and how unique they are and hard they are, you know, we give the setup out early, right? So it's just a matter of practicing, and you're going to be better than most of the drivers on the track who just practiced when the session started, right? So that's the case a lot of the time. Right now, though, big points for Wiest and Tim Robb from Apollo Motorsports. Very good stuff for them, too. But James Thurston just doing what he does best, and that is dominating this race. That Murphy Esports ride, I noticed they, on their X, they added that design in the black right there. Looks very, very cool. Kind of has like an Aztec-y look. I'm not sure what you call that, but I love how it looks. And, hey, looking like it's bringing good luck today. 0 on the clock. That means we are just about to end this race. Checker flag might come out this time, but I'm pretty sure it'll be one more lap to go. Usually in the sim here, it'll be 1 to green when the clock runs out. We'll see, though. What does iRacing decide? Either way, Thurston has done what, man, a lot of people have come in and done before. Extremely quick and very, very fast on these road courses. Second win of the season. Checkered flag is usually elusive, but James Thurston, there we go. White flag is out for James Thurston. Presented by Starch Industries. Road course racing is funny. It doesn't always show the white flag on timed races, but I promise you, it is the Starch Industries white flag. Thurston, Bowie, Johnson. Top 3. Frankie Barroso, Brandon 6. Really solid job here. Mark Whitley, again, still, here we go, fighting for that 11th spot. Closest battle on track right now, Mark Whitley and Jackson Anderson. The clock has struck 0. Trying to get one more lap, one more pass right here. Whitley, we know, is a great road course driver. Trying to get around Anderson here. Not going to try it. Not going to quite make it, maybe. Long way to go, though, for these drivers. And these guys still haven't taken the white flag yet, so it's going to be a while here until they get that. That's the beauty of road course racing. That can happen. But James Thurston, it's all about him right now. Unbelievably good day today. Extremely fast car. In the number 6, he's going to be pumped up. He was so happy to win his first race earlier in the season. Well-deserved win. But today, I feel like today is his coming about. It's really his breakout, right? He has looked so good all season long. Points leader, top of the leaderboards, and right now, a straightaway and a half to get himself his second win of the season. Murphy Esports looking extremely fast as of late, and James Thurston is no exception. Comes around the sunset bend, avoiding a couple more bumps. Going to be home free. James Thurston comes around the checker flag and will win the Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring. Incredible job there from James Thurston to win his second race of the season. Brandon Bowie going to come across. There he is, P2 for Brandon Bowie. Michael Johnson not too far back. Here he is in that Rich D PC machine. Third spot for him to wrap up the podium. Frankie Barroso going to be 4th place Brandon 6 gonna round the corner as well for a top 5. Really good day for that Battle Beaver machine. Garza, pretty far back on the back straightaway here. Teammate to James Thurston. Hey, had the EOL to start the race. Obviously not ideal and probably would have been up there with Thurston. But that sometimes is how the cookie crumbles, as they say. Either way, cannot be upset about this. Garza going to be P6 today from Sebring in that beautiful red Cardano machine. Great stuff there. Jacob Weist, the same thing right here, going to be in P7. Max Brady comes around, P8 for him. Tim Robb comes in P9. And then Blaze Crawford going to round out the top 10 here. And we'll end up with P10. Amazing job for those drivers. There he is, your winner today, James Thurston. Oh no, I think he thought he might have been clear with Federer Place, but that might be it for Thurston's ride. His victory ride here. Unfortunate. We'll take a quick break, folks. We'll thank some sponsors. We'll come back and talk to your top 3. Welcome back, folks. It is the conclusion of the Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring. Right now, we're going to talk to your top 3. Michael Johnson came in top 3 today. Very, very good effort in the number 39 machine today. Let's see if we can bring him in. Here we go. Let's see if we can drag him in here real quick. There he is, Michael Johnson today. Big day for you today, man. P3 on the day. Looked very, very fast all throughout the race. I know you've been having some issues with your wheel and PC and stuff, man. But hey, today's going to be a feel-good day and come back top 3. How do you feel, man? Uh-oh, we can't hear you. Not sure if... Oh no. I don't know what happened. We cannot hear Mr. MJ. I see your little green thing blinking, but I don't hear you. Let me put you back and bring you back. Hold on a second. Let's try it now. Oh, there he is, Michael Johnson. He's deafened in the sim. I'm not sure if, or in the Discord. I can't bring him in right now. Yeah, he's fully. Oh, there he is, Michael Johnson. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Maybe not. Okay, I guess not. Unfortunately. Michael, do you got me? Oh man, yeah, still can't hear you. I don't know what the issue is, but. Super unfortunate. We'll try again in a second. We'll talk to the top 2 and then we'll try and bring him back in. Couldn't hear him. I don't know why, but hey, technical issues. You gotta love it. We'll bring in second place right here, Brandon Bowie. See if we can snag him real quick. We'll try MJ again in just a bit. Brandon Bowie, here he is, P2 on the day. Looked pretty quick throughout the race, really, but man, just couldn't catch James Thurston. Kind of tangling there with your teammates there for quite a bit. Some good racing, but overall, P2 on the day, man. How do you feel?
I'm tired. I am pretty tired. It's good to finally get a P2. I don't think I've had a top 3 in a prize since my last win at Michigan. So, I think it's been a little while. So, a little disappointing on that. But yeah, I mean, it feels good to get a P2 here. The team finished second through second, third, fourth, and fifth. So good points day, but Thurston was on a whole nother level, man. I think once he pulled away, and everybody else was just trying to figure out how much grip we had and how much to push it and how hard not to push it.
Right.
He just knew, and he just gapped us. I think by the time we kind of all got situated, he was 12 seconds ahead, and I'm like, well, this is going to definitely be a challenge. I don't even think it was the end of stage 1 before he was 12 seconds ahead. So,
right.
He hands down, kudos to him for dominating as well as he did. So, like I said, I told him, I said, that's a Kyle Larson butt whipping right there.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just gotta accept it and, get ready for the next race.
Yes, sir, man. Looking pretty good, obviously, in that number 54 Bowie Sport machine. So, hey, give us a real quick shout out, man, to your sponsors, teammates. What do you got for us?
Yeah, of course, I got to thank Bowie Esports. Like I said, good finishes for everybody. The main goal was just to finish and take what you can get and, prepare and get ready for the next race. Got to thank Battle Beaver, as always, Circle B Diecast. Got to thank the league, ASRA, of course, you for doing the broadcasting solo. Got to thank my family who allows me to do these races. And the wife who puts up with me doing these races, even when I have bad races. But yeah, that's about it.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, good stuff. We'll catch you next week at Daytona. Regular season finish already, man. Good stuff, though. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
All right, that was Brandon Bowie. I believe, actually, we have Michael Johnson back. I think he fixed his issues with his headset. So let's bring him in real quick. Mr. Third Place. Here he is, Michael Johnson. Fixed his headset. Awesome to hear. So, hey, man, P3 on the day. Looking pretty good all race long. I know you've had issues with your PC and wheel lately a couple times, unfortunately. But today, definitely battled back. Got great stage points. And P2, man, got to feel good about it.
Yeah, it feels good to finish the race finally. Figured out what was going on with the wheel. Had some electrical interference we got straightened out. So,
oh, wow.
Good to go now. But yeah, fun race. Didn't hardly have the speed to contend for the win, but we gave it what we could.
Yes, sir, man. Very, very good stuff. How'd the track feel, really? I mean, obviously, it kind of it got cooler, I would assume, as the race went on. But I mean, once you guys figured out the grip levels, was it fun to drive? Was it just a pain in the ass? What do you think?
I think it rattled my feelings out. So it was a handful with all the bumps.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, hey, it's definitely a unique track today for sure. But hey, man, good stuff as well. P2 on the day. Give us your shout-outs, man, to teammates, sponsors. What you got for us?
Yeah, I thank all the guys at Bowie Esports, Rich D, PC, and then the good Lord above.
Yes, sir, man, absolutely. Hey, good stuff today, man. We'll catch you next week at Daytona for the regular season finale. Have a good night, dude.
Yep, thank you, sir.
There he is, Michael Johnson. Man, I'll tell you what, that win's coming. First-time winner. That has got to happen pretty soon, I feel like. But James Thurston, we're going to bring him in. P1 on the board today. And for the second time this season, James Thurston in victory lane, looking very, very good. Man, kind of like Bowie said, kind of just a Kyle Larson ass whooping today at Sebring. Man, how do you feel? P1, but the second win of the season, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I came into this race. This was the #1 race that I had marked down the entire season to come out here and win. It's my all-time favorite track. I love this place more than anywhere else. This was the exact type of race I was hoping to have, and we had it. And I'm so glad to have gotten this done here for Murphy Esports.
That's sick, man. Yeah, talk to us about the race. I mean, obviously you were fast from the get-go, got the pole, won the stages. I mean, Bowie mentioned something about, it seemed like you kind of figured out the grip levels the soonest, which is why you had that huge, the huge gap. Talk to us about like track position, temperatures maybe, or track conditions. Why do you think you were so fast outside of the fact that you're just that damn good?
I mean, the way the setup drove, it kind of fit my driving style a bit because you had to wait so long to get on the gas out of corners with the bumps and all. Because if you would get over those bumps too hard, the car would bottom out. And if you were on the gas at that moment, it's just going to try to spin on you. So just, shifting the weight around, making sure that you don't lose the rear end, it just really played into my strategy book, my playbook, everything, my skill set. It just all worked out really. And I've done so many laps on this track through all the other stuff that I've done. Porsche Cup especially, I got to credit Porsche Cup the most. I've done so much Porsche Cup around this place. That's what helped me the most. Just so happy to get this done. And just, thanks to Cardano race team, Drip Drops, Moneta, and for sponsoring the race and all. I'm just so glad to get this done, man.
Yes, sir, dude. Very impressive as usual. Right now, came in the points leader and then leaving definitely the points leader. And hey, one more race to go, Daytona next week, to decide how the top 12 gets locked in. And then after that, the wild card race. Some crazy stuff about to go down in the next couple of weeks, man. Looking pretty good for you. Second win of the season. Give us a quick shout out. Oh, go ahead.
After the race, I got a 4X before the timer ran out. I was trying to find a spot to park to go do a burnout in turn 7. And I got hit by Brandon Fetterplace, and it gave me a 4X. I had a 0X before then. I just want to make sure I can get my 0X bonus back because I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that post-race. Unfortunately, I believe that might have been... we'll see. We'll get the clarification. We'll talk to race control. We'll just get out the paperwork. But hey, man, give us a quick shout out of your friends and family sponsors, whoever you got, dude.
Yeah, just again, thanks to Murphy Esports. This awesome paint scheme. This thing debuted tonight. A little bit of a refresh. I think it looked really nice out here. Some people may have other opinions, but we know it looked beautiful running up front in first place where it belongs. And just thanks to Cardano again, Cardano Race Team, Drip Drops, Moneta, just everybody, man. It's great to win this.
Yes, sir, dude. Hey, have a good night, dude. We'll see you next week at Daytona. And hey, enjoy that win, man. Good stuff.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, James Thurston, the winner of today's Moneta Grand Prix of Sebring, man. What an awesome job today. Big win for him as well. Second win of the season. And obviously, man, just a lot of fun today. Short race for the most part, but a lot of fun. And hey, Grand Prix of Sebring is done. Second race of the Cardano Cup is done. Same State Showdown's done. So watch out for all of our channels and social media, things like that. We'll try and get out our standings at that point. But hey, come back next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time for Daytona. Going to be our big Daytona regular season ending race. Normally we start the season at Daytona, but now we're going to be at the tail end of the regular season to decide who will be our playoff drivers. So going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to figure out the Same State Showdown champion as well. So have a good night, folks. We love you. Hit all the buttons, like, subscribe. We appreciate it. Have a good night.